be a little bit more stable. You saw that wire shaking a little bit less likely to be affected by that microclimate, perhaps a chance to take a bit of a breath, make hoping that this section of the walk at least gives him a mental break, a little calm to gear up for the end. He's done that tricky downhill walk at the beginning with wet zone, so dramatic, and in the valley, and told us, Josh, he actually likes going uphill. It's sort of like walking upstairs. You can actually see what's in front of you. It's easier to see the wire and center yourself. So and maybe preserve himself, because what he faces ahead is even tougher than that.
Fuel tap reserves that he has built again over years of training for this. And I do want to set the scene just here on the Canadian side. We heard the whoops and the hollers of tens and tens of thousands of people waiting for him to finish the walk, and it has gone absolutely silent over here. I can only imagine that scene being repeated in millions of homes around the globe as we all sit and watch in utter and complete awe. To Canada as he crosses over the border again, from 60% of the way or so through his walk. As he makes his way uphill, he'll be doing so in Canadian airspace. As in the earlier piece, in my vision, and I'm able to see and be able to focus. And it was very hard to focus. There was so much moving around me. Wind going one way, mist going another. It wasn't pretty, that's for sure. Very uncomfortable for a while. And that mist was, that wind was wild. You know, I'd heard all the stories, but to actually feel it, you know, it would come at me one way and then hit me from the front and then hit me from the back, and it was definitely quite a challenge. And you know, nothing that I wasn't prepared for, but more than I expected, that's for sure. Nick, if this was a race, and you make no mistake, it most certainly is not, but you'd be rounding that turn and making your way home. As you do that, I wonder, we've said, and it was all postulating, all theory, but that you did enjoy walking uphill as opposed to other parts of this walk. How is it as you make your way up to terra firma? You know, I'm strained. I'm drained. You know, this is so physical. Not only mental, but physical. And fighting that wind isn't easy. And my hands, actually at this point, feel like they're going numb. I feel like I'm getting weak. And, you know, I'm just looking at that prize on the other side. And, you know, that anticipation is building. And I just want to get in there. I want to get through that home stretch and hit that finish line.
Nick, what is it that will carry you to that finish line?
You know, pure endurance. Endurance and this audience this year that I'm hearing at this point. I'm just starting to hear them, believe it or not. Those falls are so loud that until now I haven't been able to hear them. But I'm hearing them, and that's what will get me across to the other side.
And apparently they are hearing you as well.
What's up, man? You're doing fine. Just, but we have come to know it's the final test, and this is where the training, the conditioning will pay off. We heard Nick himself just say he is great. And who could blame them? Remember, he's been on the wire now for the last 45 minutes.
Nice cheer.
Now we're taking those final steps. He kneels, he drops to a knee and smiles and points to the crowd, acknowledging them, exhorting them home. Again, emotionally and physically, what a struggle it might have been, but now, steps from home, steps from the loving embrace of his family, and steps from history.
Sam Champion has a bird's eye view of it all. Sam, what do you think?
I'll tell you, we're standing here on the platform, Anna, as he is just making his final way, inching over. I'm here with his beautiful family. His Uncle Mike is holding the guide wire as he approaches the scissor lift. This is apparently a tradition, and you can see he's getting this smile on his face as he gets closer, that seeing Uncle Mike holding the tension on that wire lets him know that he's home. He's almost home. We have officials from Canada on the platform here who will be here to greet him. He will make his first connection with them, as is law. And he will kiss and hug and hold his beautiful family in just moments.
He has entered his 26th minute of the walk.
Sprinting to the finish.
And he breaks the tape. Nick Melinda walking his way into history. I hope you will live to see it all. It's not something you will see anytime soon. Nick Melinda walking some 1,500 feet, becoming the first person to traverse Niagara Falls, directly over the falls themselves, hugging his uncle and acknowledging the crowd, blowing kisses before beginning the process of processing himself.
A hug for his Uncle Mike, the NASA engineer who helped design and build the wire, was so instrumental in getting his precious family member safely across in a feat that